Hi guys, it's your boy Ofentse Ledwaba. Welcome to my channel once again. As you know guys, when I come back with some great news. Today I'll be showing you guys just the best strategy that the top 5 traders in the world are using. You'll be able to take out the market with ease. You'll be able to conquer the market. Most importantly, don't forget to follow your trading plan, guys. I share as much information I can. As you know, please do not forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends and family so that we can spread the knowledge across the world so that other people can also get the value that you get. Let's learn not to be greedy, as we know that the more money is in the market and the greater you share knowledge with others, the more better you change the world. So guys, without further ado, wasting much of your time, grab your pen and paper. Let's get into the charts. With now looking at Euro AUD, guys, I'm just gonna clear everything here. This is gonna be a very much informative video. You need to take notes as I go by so that you can be able to come back. Guys, this is the market that we're looking at. Okay, as you know, for me to make it with ease, just to make you guys understand how to analyze the market, because for me it's much easier. I can be able to use the wicks and also be able to use the line chart. But for much greater analysis, please use the line chart, as you'll be starting to understand where is your trend going. We are now identifying the trend. We want to see how the trend looks like. So basically you can start identifying the trend by using this peak. This, as you know, what you need to do is to draw a channel. As you know, the channel will be a line parallel to this line. What you can do, you can press Control on your keyboard, which is it will copy this, or what you can do is to draw a line parallel to this in this manner, and then you can take your line like this. So, but most importantly, I prefer using the control because it will give you the exact line degree or line shape as this one. So I'll just do this, then put it here. So you can see now I have a channel. Then with the channel, I can be able to see where the market is going, as I can most prominently see that we are in a downtrend because this is still going down in this manner. So basically you can see we went down, and then this was mostly the resistance line that it didn't break. So you must also remember that we do have diagonal resistances. So in this manner, we had this one, which was a resistance as well. As you see, the market was always below this line. It never broke it. You understand? Because if we had it broke it, we'll have to retest before we can see that we are at most going up. So you can see the market has been below this line. I'll just remove this. You can see the market has always been below this line. Hence, it made it a much clearer downtrend. You can see we are below this. So we can see we are in a downtrend, and what you normally do now, you go to 4-hour time frame. In a 4-hour time frame, you'll be able to identify your zones where the market came back to touch and retest, or where the market turned, which you see it sometimes having peak levels. So you identify, you can see here the market came, tested, and had a much bigger movement, impulse movement. So we look at the other one. We can look at this one. You can see the market came back here and it also touched here. So we can simply say the market came here, then came here as well. Understand? So these 2 points we can subsequently see and say they are the point where the market turned heavily. You can see we having this touch because it was broken, then came to retest, then shut down, then came back here. Now you can at most say now it becomes a double top, and this level, this is a level of significance. So let's look at this one. Okay, the second one I can move say it's this one. I'll use this one. Okay, and then always zoom out, guys, so that you can be able to see, and preferably use a line chart so that you can be able to see all these points with ease. In this one, the other one will be this one. Okay, so now I've drawn my points. Okay, I've drawn my lines of confluence, or we can also call them the levels where we have a greater tense or greater change of movement or continuation. So I can also see my support and resistance zones. So you have to understand the 2 differences. You have your support and resistance zones, and you also have your peak zones where you be seeing high greater turning momentum. Your support and resistance, they happen multiple times. So let's see, we're having something here. You see, this one is not, it's an area. So you can see the market came, bounced here as well. So this also applies to this one as well. So this area here, will regard it as the resistance or the support. If it breaks, come back and retest. Then the second one will also be here. So as you can see, the market, when it's out of this area, it pushes further up. So let's identify more. So can drag it here. So you can see we are on top here, it comes back, retest, goes up. You can see, let me use my, you see, the market pushes up, then retest, pushes up. So this now becomes the new support. So it was a resistance while the market was below. Now it broke it, came back to retest. Now resistance R, you can say R, turns into S, which is the support. So resistance turns into support. You can see we had the market pushing up, retest, pushed up, came back, created a double bottom, pushed up. So this will be our double bottom. See, this will be our double bottom. Then the market pushed up. So Here is something that I would like you guys to see and at most understand how you can be able to check these moves happening. Okay, you're gonna draw your line so that you can be able to manage your sell moves. So you would know that you at most use. Okay. So you want to know how you will capitalize on this move, sell going down. So you know you're in a downtrend, and then you use this as your line as well, because as much as the market, as I shown you, that this is a diagonal resistance, as much as the market is still below here, the market is still pushing the price down. This line is pushing the market down, so we're still in a downtrend. Then I would use this and copy it. Let me use this, control, then this is our pick. So we want to know how we would have capitalized on this move. Okay. Then go to my candles. So you would have a similar structure to this one, but as we know that the market at this point, you will have an area of confluence, which you can see that this level is your support. Your support will be this place here, because you can see we pushed up, came retest, then we pushed up. Then here we could not pass this point, we came back, bounced here, what is it, a small correction, then we broke. So you can see that this is a level of confluence. So if we are to go down, we're expecting a move around this area to shoot to the downside. Okay. Then you would go to your 1 hour time frame. Yes, now we can at most see a correction pattern where at most it will be a small trend. You can see this was a small trend. Then we use this one. You can see now it's becoming our correction. So you can see here you were buying, but then coming to this, we have a resistance area. We have a resistance area. I'm expecting a sell around this area. So now we are having a correction. Then here it is. Look what you would have capitalized. You could put your sell stop and then your sell stop just here, and then you take it all the way down. But don't forget your TP will be first TP, second TP, and then the last TP, which will be a bonus going down. So always make sure that you take partial profits to build up your account. Okay, as the market goes up, you go up with it. We are triggered into the trade. So this will be your TP1. And then this will be a TP2. So guys, what I normally do, I enter multiple trades to maximize my profit and also be able to close some of my profits as the market goes down. TP1 hit. So as you can see now, it's forming a bit of a retracement here. You can add more trades because we are still below the resistance. So that's how I'll normally add more. Then my stop loss will be just about here. Add more trades. So you must also try to give your trades a little bit of a room. You can see here, I gave it a little bit of room because I know that we are still pushing for TP2. TP2 hit and with extra additional trades added. So if you were in this trade, what you normally do, if you didn't have your TP at this point, what you normally do, you take your stop loss and you put it here. But always try, guys, to take multiple trades and also partial profit so that you can be able to capitalize on your account. You can see now it pushed further down. What you normally do, you put your stop loss at 00 TP, which now it means that your orders are up there, and then now your TP will be here at the stop loss. Then you leave it running as it pushes down. You'd see you can now at most put your trade here. So now, what are we gonna do now? This is the current market now. Okay, I want to show you guys what you can do here. For now, this area, the market has to stay below this area for me to continue selling. This area. See now it broke it here. So now I'm expecting a correction. I'm expecting a correction, something like this. Then we should to the downside because we are still in a downtrend. This is what I'm expecting to happen. So I'm waiting for the market to give me a little bit of move going to the upside in a corrective manner, something like this. Something like this. And boom, we go down. So this is what I'm expecting on Euro odd. I hope this was informative, guys. And also, please, if I was too fast, make sure you pause, rewind, take notes so that you can be able to analyze the market the right way. Okay, now let's go to the next chart. One should I pick? Okay. So you guys, USDCHF. Okay. And also, guys, don't force analysis. If you don't see any trades, go to the next pair. There is a lot of pairs here. Okay, I see something. Let's see. Always start on the daily. Okay, I'm gonna use this point. This point, I can see we've been having a bullish move, and then control, hold, stick with your mouse, this. So basically, I can see that the overall direction of this market is to push to the upside, because I can see we have a bullish channel. As you know, with the market, when the market is creating higher highs, it's pushing up. But I can see here the market has been struggling to break this high. The market is struggling to break this high. So if this high is broken, this one, we're gonna have a bigger move to the upside. Understand? So this high is significant because you can see it pushed here and then the market stayed below it. So this for me will be the decider of whether we are going further up, and can certainly do this. Understand? So, but we need to know that we are having a diagonal support, and this is our diagonal resistance. So you need to know that not only you'll have this two types of support and resistance. Okay. You also have the diagonal ones. Okay. Now we are looking at, go back to daily just to get a clarity. So now we see what we are looking for. The bigger picture, we've seen it. So now I'll go to 4 hour. For hour, always use a line chart, guys, so it makes things much easier. And then I'll just adjust my lines. Okay. See, this line is parallel to this one. You see why I like to use the control so that it's identical. So let's do this. Now it is identical. Okay, just use this, the highest point. So, and then now I can see we have our internal, which is this one. Okay. So we know in the bigger picture, expecting a move to the upside, but what are we seeing currently? What is happening on the chart currently? We cannot force to wait for the bigger movement while we are already having a setup that can happen now. So now I can see this one is having a downtrend channel. So we just want to see how we can capitalize into the move, because what can possibly happen, it can go down, touch here before we go to the upside in our bigger move, because you can see there is a falling channel, which is a downtrend. So let's get into the chart in much more details. Let's draw our lines now. This one here. I'll use this one. Yes. Now go to candlesticks. You see what I was talking about, guys. We cannot force to unsee what we already see. So I can see here we are having a move, but the most important area of confluence is this one. This will be my resistance. The market broke, retested, then shut down, correction, down, then a bigger correction, which now this I can look at as a double top. Then it came, create something like an arc formation, then impulse down. So we are still below this, now becomes our resistance. Hence it will be my reason to keep selling, because we are still below this area. So can use a line chart. So you can see we broke, and then now see, here is my reason to sell. Then this, so I'm gonna sell USDCHF till the zone. Okay, I hope it is clear, guys. We do know that our biggest move is the buy coming at this level, but what could happen this guy me, and before we should to the upside. So guys, follow the market. Even if the market deviates or changes, we follow the market, because sometimes you have an analysis that changes when the market is in place. Okay. Now I'm gonna look at Nasdaq, which is what most people like. Okay. I wanted to show you guys why I have this type of analysis. Start from scratch. Okay. I start on daily. Now I'm on daily, then I'll start with the line chart. Then I will draw my trend line and parallel, identical, press Control and then drag it. And then now I can go to 4 hour and then adjust my lines. lines, okay, like this, and then use the top area here. Okay, now I can be able to draw my highest points. Then I can see the market going to break here. Okay. Then again, right here, and then you don't need to draw many lines all the way down. You can just focus on what is happening currently. Then I can see that having this, okay. Because if you use the line chart, it becomes easier for you to identify these two points. You can see so there is a now you can see I'm in a bullish channel, so I'm expecting the overall movement to be a buy. But they have to break this area. You see this area, this one. They have to break it before they can shoot up. Just as it happened here, you can see it went up, down, and they broke it, retest, pushed it. Let me do with a candle so that you can be able to see. Okay, 1 hour. So what I'm seeing now, we are having a move with the downside to come back here before you can push to the upside. So always remember with Nasdaq, guys, take partial profit. It is very volatile. So you can see what I meant here. We pushed, retest, then we came here, then we created an arc, then impulse, correction, impulse, retest, impulse, broke the support, then now it becomes a resistant impulse. Then it came, retest this area 1, 2, so this could be our third area. Hence, I expect a bigger impulse to the upside from this level. So here, this is what we can expect. This is what we can expect, a break and then a retest. Something like this, break and then retest and push to the upside, something like this. Now this will become the new support. It is a resistance. Now you see it's holding. So now resistance will become new support. Yeah. So patience, guys, don't rush. And we can also see this is inverse head and shoulders. If you can spot it, guys, let me show you. Something like this. This is the head. Not everything will come picture perfect, guys. Not everything will come picture perfect. You can see around this level here, the market, and once it broke here, this level here, what it did, it pushed fed. So we can expect a retracement coming to this level before we can buy. I hope you guys took notes. I hope you guys, this is very informative. You'll be in the top 5 traders that are really making money, guys. Make sure you take notes as I show you the tips and tricks on how to trade the Forex market. Let's see, Euro JPY, what do you have for us? I want to show you guys the reason we had this type of sell movement here. Let's do this. Okay. Go to the daily. As you know, let me remove everything. Okay. As you know, you start by having a line chart and then you draw your line. Draw your line. Then control drag. Okay. And then now you have this point, which is your highest point. You can use this point because it's your highest point on day. This level, should it break it, come back and retest, we are pushing up. So at this level, you would be having this. Understand? These two scenarios. Or this level will hold and then push down. Okay, then let me use this. To show you guys why we had that move to the downside. So now we have this level of confluence. Okay. Then we have the internal trend. We have this, which was the trend that helped us to be able to keep on buying. As you can see, it's having higher highs and lower lows. Okay. Okay. Now we are having this move. Then this is the first line. For you to say this is going to sell, you must wait for this to break and retest. So that's when we say this is a sell, because sometimes what really happens, it breaks, sometimes it breaks, then continues to the upside. Instead, it was just creating a lower support level. So it has to break, retest before you can sell. So that will be a confirmation for you. Okay, let's see how it plays out. There it is, we have the break. We have to wait for the retest. And now we can use this point as a confirmed area of resistance. Okay. So you see we broke here. So we are looking at an area where we can sell. You understand? So it broke here, you will have to wait for a correction like this. Okay, let's see. Then out of this level here, you can see we have triple tops. As I've mentioned that the market is below, now it's changing. You can see the market is below this. Now this becomes the resistance. This is the resistance. This line, diagonal resistance. Diagonal resistance. As we know, in a downtrend, you'll have something like this. So you know how we normally do. Just that when you look at the chart, it will be a little bit in a downtrend. You have something like this. So we are having, this is also a diagonal resistance, and this is a diagonal support. So this is what we are having now. We are having a change. Then you can control copy, do this, and go back to your charts and see how it goes. Now we know we want to sell around this level here. So this point, you can see we are having a change in resistance around this level. We are now in a downtrend, guys. As you can see, the market is still playing, but we are in a downtrend. We are in profit. Then we are in profit. So at this level here, what you can at most do, not touch TP. Let's see. As the market keeps on going down, guys, you have to know when to close your profits. The strategy about Forex trading, there's no perfect strategy, but you have to know when to leave your wins running for longer and cut your losses shorter. On this one, we are waiting for a retracement around this point here. If we can just retrace a little bit, then we'll buy on AUD CAD. I taking it to the upside to show you guys why we'll be buying. To daily, we draw our lines parallel using the line chart. Then it'll be like this, and this one will be like this. And then we went to 4 hour, we drew these lines. Okay, let's start again. Okay, and then we draw our parallel line. Now it's showing us the channel. Guys, this makes it easier for you to see the trend. Take your highest or lowest point from the daily, draw it throughout, and then control drag makes it parallel. Or subsequent, you can draw the two lines at the same time. Then you go to 4 hour. Okay, and take this one, put it here, and then just yes. And then now just see the points of confluence where the market tend. You can see here it even had a head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder here. Here is the inverse head and shoulder. There you see the inverse head and shoulder. Okay, focusing on this one. Just want to see what's going to happen. So this point is very important. And what I would see is this level here, because it's an internal trend. I can see was the internal trend one as well. Don't need to draw a lot of lines because I don't want my chart to be dirty. Okay. I know this point. This level here. You can see the market has just been playing around this level, and what happened, they broke this resistance. Here you can see they've been playing above it, and then they broke it down below. Now they've been struggling to go above it, and then eventually they broke, then they came back to retest. So this was a nice buy move, because you can see they pushed up, pushed up, and then retest. So it was a very nice buy. So now I'm expecting a bit of retracement coming to the downside, something like this, before I can buy again. So here I'm expecting something like this, then I'm gonna buy, take it all the way up. So this is what I'm looking for on AUD CAD. Looking at buying AUD CAD. So guys, make sure you have your set of rules. Always write them down before you can take any trade. You must be worried about how much you're willing to lose. Respect the market, but don't be afraid of the market. Always take the trades that you have noted down, the trades that you are at most comfortable with trading. So I've mentioned, guys, you make sure you draw your lines from daily, and then you go to 4 hour, and then you make sure that you have your significant support and resistance communicating with each other. Always remember you can draw a support and resistance on any time frame, but make sure you draw them that they are communicating with each other. That's why at most I make sure that I trade my charts, not anything smaller than 15 minutes. So I'll end at 15 minutes. Yes, you can get sniper entries for M1, M5, but make sure your support and resistance are in place. So we are gonna keep on buying until we break this trend inside the bigger trend, because both of them are giving us much more high probability, because this one is bullish and the bigger one is bullish. So until this one is broken and retested, we are only gonna buy. So as I mentioned, you see this one, we had no retest because I was expecting something like this, a break, and then come back a little bit somewhere like here before we can shoot. But you can see we had our point, and I also had my set of rules. You say check rejection candles and wait for impulse, then retest. Understand? Wait for the impulse to the downside, then retest. So it impulse just went straight. And as you can see with this, if you draw, you use a line chart and you draw your line coming from here up until here, and see you are having a significant downtrend. So I still believe we are still gonna push to the downside because we see that we have broken this okay, trend inside a trend. So okay, now let's go to 1 hour. Let's see we are still in a bearish, we are still selling. So let me do this. I prepare for my moves to sell again. Okay. And something like this. Right. If this is below, as long as we are still below, like this. The learn to give your trades a little bit of a room so that the market can pay out. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm gonna enter this one. It's a very, very, very nice trade. Very, very nice trade. Selling all the way to here. When I enter this one. So guys, with practice, it will become easier. As a first time, it's not gonna be just cut and paste. You need to practice, guys. The answer is in your chart. So make sure, guys, you took down notes. I really hope you enjoyed this session from the Forex Heroes. It's your boy Ofentse Ledwaba. This is part 1, guys. We'll see you in the part 2. And also, please do not forget to share with your friends and families, guys. This is the only Forex trading you've been looking for. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Please share, like, subscribe. As you know, more knowledge. Let's keep on sharing, guys. If you like to learn directly from the Forex heroes, you know what to do. Click the website and purchase the course and get to understand how we break down and analyze the market in a simpler way. Thank you.